Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator Classic. Today we're back on the Class 745. We're going to be taking it for another little spin. The live stream the other night was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much to the vast majority of you that actually managed to tune in. Thank you so much. It was absolutely brilliant. I really did have a brilliant time. I think we all did, to be honest with you, didn't you? It was so much fun. If you didn't get to catch that, do go back and check that out. It's under the live streams. We ran from Ipswich down to London Liverpool Street and back to Ipswich. Now today we're going to be having a look at the 745. Oh, right, okay, yeah, it is paused at the moment. The 745/1, which is also included in this pack. You've probably noticed if we look down the side, it's got the Stansted Express branding, and we're going to be driving from Cheshunt, where we are now, or Cheshunt, I think. Yep, that's the one. We're going to be driving up to Stansted Airport. West Anglia Main Line. Oh yeah, the cars just drive through the level crossing. You have to just sort of roll with that. The West Anglia Main Line. Now this is a scenario that's available on Alan Thomson Sim. There's a link in the description. There's a link to the route as well, and a link to the train. We're on 2 Bravo 02. There we go. Right, we'll just pop that in. 2 Bravo 02. And have we got the signal number? No, we don't. So it's 1059. 1059. Oh, we don't have. Right, okay. That's annoying. It doesn't actually have the briefing in there. So we'll just put 105. I mean, I think it pings up with anything, doesn't it? This is where it doesn't work. And it's like, ooh. Right, let's get the doors shut. There we go. That'll do. Right, okie dokie. So, pop that up to 25 mile an hour. Acknowledge the config, and away we go. That should work. I've already taken the parking brake off. I've already set the cab up, to be honest with you. There we go, right. Bring that up to 85 miles an hour. Oh! Excuse me. Hello. Rightio, so yes, this particular pack, £37.99, we covered that in the live stream. If you do have a membership or a subscription to the Alan Thomson Sim website, it will reduce it to £29.99. The route is free. It's free on the Steam Workshop, but I do believe it'll have some dependencies. They usually do, don't they? The free routes. It's actually a really nice route, to be honest with you. It's fairly short. I think this particular journey today is approximately 40 minutes, I think 38 minutes in length. We're going to Broxbourne now. We start down at, where are we? Oh no, it goes as far south as Northumberland Park. It goes all the way up to whatever that line is, Hertford East, and of course you've got the branch up to Stansted Airport. It's quite nice. Right, hang on a second, let's just bob back down to 80. It is a lot quicker braking if you bang the speed set down. That's one thing that I have found out. It is a lot quicker to do that. Now, whether they do that in real life, I don't know. As I said in the live stream, I don't know an awful lot about the live streams. I don't know an awful lot about the FLIRTs as a unit. I've never been on one. Now, this particular unit is also a 12 car, much like the 745/0. However, as you'll see from the passenger view, this is standard class. It's the seats look fairly nice, don't they, for standard class accommodation? You can sort of whiz around here, have a little look round. It's nice. You can sort of do a full 360 view. Down at the carpet. That carpet looks so dated, doesn't it? Already. It's not a. Oh, hang on. I do like how that pops up as well, the DSD thing. Yeah, the carpet, I don't know what, I really don't like that carpet. But yeah, you can see all the way through the sets. I don't know if you step up and down on these things like European FLIRTs. Probably do. Right, so next stop, Broxbourne. We'll start having a bit of braking for that. 5:03 in the morning. It's a crisp summer's morning, the briefing says. And we're on a Stansted Express service. I think that we need a little bit more braking, or we're not actually going to stop. The brakes on this thing are difficult compared to some of the other units. They're the sort of, I think because it's the rheostatic braking, isn't it? They sort of get better and worse. It's very odd. It takes a bit of getting used to, it has to be said. Right, arriving into Broxbourne now. This does seem a little bit of a... I mean, I don't know if it's because it's an early morning Stansted Express service. Maybe the early morning one stops at more places. But it does seem like for an express service it stops at a hell of a lot of places, doesn't it, on the way up. Right, there we go. That'll do. Bang them doors open. Let's have a nosy, shall we? Right, where does it go from? It goes from Liverpool, doesn't it? Liverpool Street. And where we go in Stansted Airport. So where do these services usually stop? So if I go on, like, for instance, the 810, you see, there we go, London Liverpool Street, Tottenham Hale, Bishop Stortford, Stansted Airport. If I go on the 825, they do seem to be every 15 minutes, don't they? Yeah, they all... Oh, hang on. Tottenham Hale, Harlow Town, Stansted Airport. Right, off we go. What about the 840? Yeah, so it seems to be every 15 minutes, but then... Oh, this is a really weird stopping pattern. So they're like every half an hour to Tottenham Hale, every half an hour to Harlow Town, so they sort of interwork, and then one of them an hour stops at Stansted Mountfitchet. God, that's a stopping pattern and a half. It's no wonder that failure to calls happen, is it, when they have really weird stopping patterns like that. That's bizarre. If we go for the, what are we? We were the 442 Bravo 02. So yeah, this one actually stops at Tottenham Hale, well, London Liverpool Street, Tottenham Hale, Cheshunt, Broxbourne, Harlow Town, Bishop Stortford, Stansted Mountfitchet and Stansted Airport. Journey time from London Liverpool Street to Stansted Airport is an hour, which actually isn't that bad at all, really, is it? And that's with all the stops on. Has to be said, for a free route, the route developer's done a really nice little job with this, haven't they? There's plenty of clutter, you know, plenty of not repeating assets. I think it's a lovely little route, to be honest with you. Is that the where's that then? Is that the Hertford East branch? Yes, it is. Lovely. Ooh. Is it these flirts that are used on that branch as well? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I know that there's a lot of Aventras, isn't there, roaming this network as well. I'm not too sure what the allocations are, to be honest with you. Right, there we go, let's have a bit of braking. I could use the speed set. There we go, it does seem quicker to use the speed set, although now it's not working. Oh no, we're going to go sailing through the 70. There we go. Right, a bit more braking. I know we're speeding. Oh, that's really bad. It's not good. Come on, Joe, you're better than that. Right, there's a station here we're not stopping at, so we are still an express service. Let's nip outside the train, and we'll just nip onto this platform. We don't have any station names. That's a bit of a shame. Let's have a bit of a photo. Ah, it does sound good, doesn't it? Do you know what? It has to be said, this thing is growing on me. I don't like the sort of European style. I mean, I love European trains, don't get me wrong. Anyone who knows me will know I absolutely love European trains. But the sort of European bogie configuration in the UK just sort of, it doesn't work for me. It's a bit Eurostar-esque. It's not my sort of cup of tea at all. But the more I drive this and the more I pootle up and down with it, the more I think, do you know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Gorgeous morning as well. I think we've... is this the Armstrong Powerhouse Weather Enhancement Pack? I think it might just be. See the sun coming up in the distance. Yeah, it's a really nice little scenario, to be honest with you. And of course, it's done a really good job because it's early morning, isn't it? So you don't actually need that much traffic on the line. Oh, hang on. Right, we'll have a bit more braking. Let's actually stop at Harlow Town. How's that for an idea? The ampage is minus 220 amps roughly. See, I don't really know what that means. That's this is all sort of a new thing for me. It's all a world that I don't know an awful lot about. You know, you can see the brakes are moving. There we go. Right, stop. That's actually not a bad stop, to be honest with you. And yeah, much more of your conventional units or traditional units, you do seem to have to put them in neutral. Whereas this, I think we had I said last night. It was last night when I was when I'm recording this now. But last night we didn't have to put it into neutral. I think I left it in forward for about 5 minutes, and the DSD never went off the pedal. So. Yeah, it's one of them. I reckon that you don't have to. Some of the more modern multiple units, you don't actually have to bang them in neutral. Wait for the interlock light. There we go. Right, full steam ahead again. Are we on time? We're making good time. Bishop Stortford, 5:20 arrival. We're actually due in at 5:20 at the moment. That's good. Oh, it's shaking a bit, isn't it, as it's going on? This sort of big plasticky cab that we've got going on, you know, you can just imagine this to all be plastic / fiberglass, is very much sort of, it reminds me of the Class 397s, Class 195s, 331s. They're all very much the same, aren't they? The sort of dash in the middle here that encompasses you. Which again, it's, you know, the more traditional multiple unit. I should be sat ever so slightly off to the side. Have we got a second man seat as well? Oh, we don't. Wow. There's no... Is it on the back wall? It doesn't look like it is. I mean, I could turn the light on. It doesn't really do an awful lot, does it? Right, back up to 80 mile an hour. I like how you can see the reflection of the green signal on the gantry. That's brilliant. On the stanchion. Freight logistics and gravel on the right hand side there. Another station we're not stopping at. Yeah, it is still fairly express, isn't it? So what services operate down this line that stop then? Are they Cambridges? I think they probably are, aren't they? The fast ones. I'm not too... Again, it's an area that I don't really know that much about, to be honest with you. The Great Eastern, yeah, I can do that. This sort of little line between the Great Eastern... I mean, it's not a little line, is it? It's the West Anglian main line. I know it's not quite as much of a main line as the Great Eastern and the East Coast, but yeah, it's just sort of this little area between the two. It's a slither. We'll call it a slither. 317 going past. Blue doors, not red doors. Ugh. I do actually need to try and get some sort of nice photograph, don't I, at some point? Some nice photo of the unit somewhere. Let's whiz down. It's always good for a photo of a unit on a corner, isn't it? Let's Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Maybe we'll get another one later. Oh, another station. Banner repeater just before the station there. I'm assuming there'll be a signal just after the platform then. It's a shame we can't, the sun's just a little bit low. I think that'd look great if you could get a picture of the unit with the sun just shining like that. That's the one, that is the money. That's the money shot. Lovely. Ah, there we go. You know how I just said, photo with the sun just peeking up onto the front of the unit. Brilliant, beautiful, beautiful stuff. It's almost like the game was listening to me. That makes a nice change, doesn't it? It's a lovely little... it's a shame that there's not a lot of traffic. I think this would be better slightly later in the day. If I had to pick, do you know what? We'll go with the... There we go. We'll bob it down to 70. Fantastic. Look at that. It is sort of a weird one because, you know, like modern multiple units, it's very odd. Because you look at like the 195s, 331s and 397s that I work off when I think of a modern multiple unit that don't have speed set. You know, they don't. Obviously, it's how they've been spec'd, but for like such long distant journeys, like what TPE and Northern, because the 331s, don't forget, they work over some long routes, like the Manchester Airport to Blackpool. It's still a fairly long route, isn't it? And they don't have speed set. That just is weird to me. Whereas this is, you know, this just does. I feel like it's. I almost feel like these have been spec'd. I don't know if it's just Stadler, like the normal spec, the base spec that Stadler do, but yeah, it does feel like these are a lot more expensive. You know, they've got all the bells and whistles on, haven't they? A couple of 317s in the sidings there. Yeah, Greater Anglia really didn't spare a penny. I don't know if... I mean, again, I don't know if speed set's an option on the CAF units. I don't know of a CAF unit like the 333s. I don't think they have speed set on, so it might just be something that CAF doesn't offer. But, yeah, these really do feel like a quality piece of kit, don't they? I guess they were replacing, in a lot of cases, the 90s and the Mark 3s. The Strut Zeros were, of course, so I guess you need to spend a bit of money to replace them. Here we go, Bishop Stortford. It's a nice little stop, that one. We're arriving at 5:20. Out at 5:21. We're actually getting in at 5:18 and a half. We're doing well for timing. Look at that, right. Doors open. Oh, beautiful. Now, I don't know if it's actually a thing. Perhaps you can answer my question in the comments section below. The hazard light lights up on this side. The doors are open. But if you look on the other side, it doesn't. Is that a thing? Should the hazard light be lit up on both sides? I don't know, to be honest with you. Can anyone confirm nor deny that? What's the crack with it? We'll have a couple of shots there. Look at that. It's beautiful. I also want to point out the destination display at the top. Yes, you can type the PIS code in, but it doesn't recognise 2 Bravo 02. So, actually, what I'm thinking, we could Where is it? PIS. Right. Where is it? Predefined. Not that one. Where is it? You can do it somewhere. Right, hang on. 2 Bravo. So if we put 2 Bravo 02 in there, confirm, it'll say it's not valid. Journey adjust menu. That's not it. Right, there was somewhere. Is that it? Right, hang on. Ah, right, okay. How do you do this then? I don't get, these click spots are a bit. I don't really know. But it looks like you can sort of go through and pick, but I can't actually get to the S. That doesn't seem to be working. Is it destination only? I mean, right, yeah, the click spot's completely broken for that. That needs to be there, I imagine. Right, hang on, where are we going? Stansted Airport, confirm destination only. Has it worked? Is it going to work? Aha! There we go, look at that. Brilliant. So you can just put the destination in. That's lovely. Right, tell you what we'll do. We'll have another screenshot of that with the destination working. Lovely. Oh, hang on. Right, doors are shut. Let's wait for the interlock light. What does it sound like from the outside? The traction motors just sort of sound like it's flange. I mean, that is flange. Wow, these things are absolutely rapid. I mean, I'm only in 72% power. That is insane. That's mental. Look at that. It's off. He's not hanging about, is he, this chap? Do you know what? I think at some point I need to make a trip down to Abellio Greater Anglia land. I know it's not Abellio anymore, but it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it, Abellio Greater Anglia? Yeah, I need to make a trip down to Greater Anglia land to have a go on one of these, I think. What's happening to me? This is so annoying. I really don't like these units, but all of a sudden I quite like these units. Oh, it's just shocking. Absolutely shocking. I mean, only you guys can decide if it is worth the price. I mean, there's no getting away from the fact that it is an expensive multiple unit, this one. I mean, I said on the live stream that this, unless I'm very much mistaken, is the most expensive multiple unit, particularly for the UK. I don't know about Europe, because I don't really have a lot of European railways on Train Sim Classic, but yeah, for the UK, this is the most expensive multiple unit we've ever seen. But then, it's the most in-depth that we've ever seen, I would say. Compared to everything else, there's nothing where, you know, you've got this level of system, you know, that you can sort of play about with, and customization. You know, you can do all this stuff in all the menus, you can go into all of those. I'm not gonna, because I'll just end up down a rabbit hole and we'll forget to stop at Stansted Mountfitchet. But, you know, there's that much going off on this. You can tell they've really put the effort in, the chaps, Alan Thomson Sim. It's yeah, they really have done a good job. There's no getting away from that. My sort of playing devil's advocate, as I said in the live stream as well, is, do you need that much? Would people prefer a cheaper product that didn't have the same level of fidelity in terms of the systems? Maybe. That's, you know, that's just one of those. I have to sort of look at a balanced argument for both. I realise that not everyone can just spaff $37.99 up the wall. Or if you were, hang on a second, what was I made some notes. Let me get my notes out. Yeah, so it was $37.99 to just buy this train. If you do have the Alan Thomson Sim subscription, which does come with a lot of good content, you know, need to point that out as well. There is a lot of great content on that the subscription does get you. That's $32.99 for the year. So if you wanted to do both of those together, get the subscription and the train, it will cost you £62.98. There we go. Oh, it's just pretty, isn't it? I like that. That's good with the surround of the bridge. Right, here we go. I don't think we're here for long at Mountfitchet. That evacuate button doesn't do anything, I don't think. I don't want to press it in case the whole train just, like, all the doors fly open and, you know, people start pouring out onto the running line. I don't want to do that. That would not be good. Right, let's get them doors shut. Should really look in the cameras there, shouldn't I? So you can only really do 50% power, because otherwise you just get wheel slip. You can't really set off on any more than 50% power because the wheels just spin. That's yeah, it's such a powerful unit. I'd be interested to see the 755. Apparently the 755, the diesel version of this, is coming. It's in production. You'd like to think so, wouldn't you? Because they are very, very similar. I'm hoping that Alan Thomson Sim are going to at some point do like a class 195. I think now they've set the bar for this. I mean, the 185 was good. The thing with the 185, it needs a lot of work in my opinion. I think it's a little bit too fast. The sounds aren't particularly, you know, I'm not blown away by the sounds. The model, the texturing, wow, love it. I just think it needs a little bit more work. Whereas this, they really do seem to have hit the nail on the head with it. They really, really do. I'm hoping they do a 195 and a 331 pack to the same level of detail. You see, I would buy that. I mean, I bought this, but but I would buy that and feel less sort of concerned about the amount of money I'd be spending, because that's a train that's local to me. You know, so it's. I'd be like, oh well, you know, I'm going to get loads of use out of this, both as scenery trains, as you know, because unless you're driving the Great Eastern, you're not really going to get a lot of use out of this, are you? In terms of a scenery train. Right, hang on, are we, I think, is this a red? Oh, this is a red, right, I might need to bang this in emergency then. Actually, no, to be fair, we might stop. Oh, hang on. That's way too quick up to a red, Joe, for goodness sake. I mean, we're going to stop, aren't we, but at the same time, should really have taken that a little bit steadier. Pop the DRA on. Look at that. Oh, it's just nice. I'm gonna have another. Oh, the signal got in the way. Right, hang on. Have another shot of that. See, I like that sort of. I always like the picture where it's curving towards you. Problem with doing that though, I shouldn't really be stood in the middle of the line, should I, in case something comes the other way. Train spotting 101. Don't trespass on the lines. Can you turn the HVAC down? I wonder if you can do that. Let's have a look. That frost. HVAC. Oh, wow. You see, it's just got the auto 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you not turn it down? Because we've got that HVAC constantly blowing. Oh, where's it gone? Where's the thing? How do we get to the menu? Would be brilliant to have a manual open right now. They're all just symbols, aren't they? Oh, hang on, it's because I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, you see, this is sort of the temperature. I think in the cab we do currently have it at 0 degrees. It's oh, hang on, passenger area 20 degrees, outside air temperature 20 degrees, temperature in the cab. It's very, very clever. You know, we've got the unit number on. Fantastic. We have coach labels on this. I know the... no, we don't seem to have coach labels, do we? The London to Ipswich, Norwich ones, the 745/0, seem to all have coach letters on, so I'm assuming you can get seat reservations on those services. Whereas obviously I don't think you can get reservations on these. Well, there's no coach letters written on the door. I mean, obviously it's single track down into Stansted Airport, isn't it? So I'm assuming that we're waiting for something coming out. I mean, if the scenario was broken, this time here would be getting further on, wouldn't it, all the time? So the fact that that's staying at 38 is a positive sign. I do always worry about train sim. I always get accused by Magic Toad of being impatient, but it's just because I've spent that long sat at signals that are never going to clear. Oh dear. It's not busy airport service this morning. Not busy at all. That door makes me laugh. Are they actually like that in real life? They look like PVC doors, don't they? They look like the sort of thing you'd find on a Wendy house. Or, you know, like a garden room. Conservatory door. That's obviously not see-through. You know, in my head I know what I'm trying to say, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening. I mean, I don't think we're actually due in for quite a bit yet, are we? Because you'd be thinking, oh, if you're an airport passenger, you'd be sat here thinking, oh, be getting nervous. Perhaps another question that maybe some of you can confirm nor deny. Do these things ever stray onto the Great Eastern? You know, obviously, rather than cancelling a service, it would make sense if say a 745/0 with the first class and the seat reservations, say that broke and there was one of these spare, would they send that? Same as would they send a stroke 0 on a Stansted Airport? Would they, you know, or do they keep them completely separate? I mean, you'd be pretty annoyed, wouldn't you, if you paid for a first class ticket and one of these showed up with no first class, but at the same time, would you be more annoyed than if the service was cancelled altogether? It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? I don't know how it works with the diagramming and everything. It's one of those as well, because they've got different interiors. Do they class them in terms of training as different units? Like, is it just seating configuration that's different? I know the stroke zeros have got a cafe bar type thing, have they? Am I right in thinking that? I'm sure someone mentioned they've got like a cafe bar type thing. Oh, here we go. I mean, I don't think that this does. I think this is just purely seats, and more seats. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Let's have a picture there. That'll look great if we can get them together. We'll have to be quick. Ha! It looks like we did. Right, DRA off. Don't press T for goodness sake. You don't want to open your doors. Right. Bob that in 50. 50 mile an hour. Speed set on. One thing that I have a problem with ATS products, and it really annoys me. I wish someone would just bring a patch out. It's probably really straightforward to do. Is that the cab view, the field of vision, is always more. Like with the 185 is exactly the same. I feel like I'm sat further back. So like 50 mile an hour, you feel like you're going a lot faster. That's why I always drive it like one notch in, because the speed feels a lot more realistic. It would, because obviously you can go into sort of the options here, and you can change this. You know, you can do that. I just always have it at the default, like that. Oh, hang on, up to 70. Because obviously if you want a wider field of view, you can change it, and if you have it set like that, then it's the same for all units, isn't it, and all trains, whereas because these guys use the default further outwards, it messes with it. Oh wow, that's quite loud in the ears. Yeah, it messes with it, so I wish they'd use the same sort of field of view as every other unit, and then you can tweak it and leave your settings the same. Looks like there's a platform, doesn't it, down the left-hand side. Do you reckon that's just for maintenance? People can just wander through. I don't think it's a walkway. Yeah, I don't think that it's just for pedestrian access. Anybody can wander through. That would be a bit odd. I mean, it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? The rush of the air as trains went flying through if you could just wander through. But yeah, probably for Network Rail to carry out maintenance and stuff. Right. Right, coming into Stansted Airport. Coming in quick as well, aren't we? Let's put the brakes in a little bit more. See, by the time we'd sat waiting for that other unit to come out, we could have actually come down to here and sat waiting here, couldn't we? Here we go, Stansted Airport. It's a lot less impressive than what I sort of always imagined it to be. I mean, I've driven here on train sim before, so I sort of knew what to expect. But when you think of like Stansted Airport, you always imagine, I don't know, I always imagine it to be sort of a lot more impressive than just this sort of concrete structure. Alright, let's have a bit more braking. 5:37. We were due in at 5:38, so we're bang on time. Look at that. Right, well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I do hope that you have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you have enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated by myself. And if you enjoyed the train sim content, I know there's been quite a bit of it recently, hasn't there? Do make sure that you subscribe so that you never miss out on any future episodes. Other than that, as I say, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.